Girl, then them a go crazy for me. Go crazy for me. Girl, then them a go crazy.
Shaka,
Girl,
on
then
this
them a go
one.
crazy for me.
Nice. I guess I wanted this one. These guys entered with music today.
Yes, so.
Welcome to another edition
Of After Five.
Yes, that show that gets to allow you to talk about anything and everything we talk about after 5 o'clock.
Yes, so his name is Chris Veduti. What's my name?
His name is Romizi.
All right, guys.
When they do introduction, I know you like this kind of introduction. That was wrong with you.
Guys, it's a fun day again
Yes,
today on
so-
After Five. That song you just said is from my guy. I like the guy so much. Shaka Nwa Mama, the
Okay.
Orishi master. Check him out on Instagram. Wonderful song.
Okay.
Sa.
It helps us introduce us to today's topic. And
Yeah, so-
what we're talking about today basically is the economy of the creative industry in Nigeria post lockdown. Yeah, and one of the things that has been so interesting to note is that Nigerians have woken up and we've been able to adapt with every situation we find ourselves.
Yeah, so that word. Yeah.
including the lockdown.
When you hear Nigerian they carry last, it isn't a play.
At all.
Okay.
At all.
Yeah, the lockdown came on its own with plenty surprises that it came with.
Yeah.
As Nigeria will still be, we stood our ground to still brace it and give the best that we can to come out very, very strong. I'm saying this thing because I believe that no matter how bad it is, we're not still going to go back to the way it was in 2020.
Let me shock you. The truth is, do you know that the lockdown has actually been a blessing to a lot of the creatives? Now, for example, those guys who didn't think it was possible to create virtual concerts.
Yeah,
You understand?
I've seen a lot
Right
of
now,
testimonies.
had
Yeah,
to create virtual concerts from the comfort of their houses. In fact, even there's the Grammy Academy, where you get to perform. Right now, you can perform from any part
from
of the
anywhere.
world.
Where Burna Boy
In
did.
your house. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of amazing addition, things that people have learned in the course of the lockdown, right?
Yeah.
Some people sat in their houses and they found new ways. Okay, let me give you an example. I know of somebody who sat in his house. Okay, one of the DJs. He was playing parties from his house. He was having people subscribe.
People were practically entertained.
People found a way to survive in the lockdown.
Okay, the uncertainty that came with it was so much that even someone like me, there was a time I started doing some talk shows from my house.
I remember that. Yeah.
And yes, I had fun doing that. And, being the kind of person that I am.
The first time I see you on that talk show, I said, my guy.
It wasn't that easy because I had the kids running around the whole house.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I was recording from my room.
Okay.
I started with my phone. Then I remember I have a camera. Let me use the camera. And this goes to show what really was going through the mind of a lot of people there.
So look at these guys look at the skit makers. A lot of them became very prominent after the lockdown.
Yeah.
People found something different from what they were doing before the lockdown. For example, another example I'll give to you is it Mr. Peter.
Yeah.
He had a virtual concert for the launch of his album, right?
Yeah.
We had a wedding celebrated on Zoom. Another advantage you need to also attribute to the creative industry. It's not just for the music guys or the comedians on up. Also, the IT guys made a lot of money.
Sure. Yeah.
You understand? People like Zoom. Nobody knew about Zoom. You understand? Zoom became more prominent, in the lockdown. But let me tell you something. Statistics has actually shown that every pandemic or every time there's ever been a lockdown, a lot of companies, a lot of brands spring up. Do you understand? Do you know that a lot of brands, like logistics brand, actually sprung up during the lockdown? Because people in their houses, they were
businesses.
Every business, particularly. But what I'm trying to say is that people in the creative industry, actually, I'm very impressed with them, especially those guys in Nigeria. The comedians were organizing comedy shows.
The focus is on creative industry.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I can mention names of some artists that, you know, during this lockdown, that actually realized the hidden talents that they had in comedy. I remember during the lockdown, I did a countdown in one of those talk shows that I was doing. This countdown was just focused on the pages of entertainers that you need to visit and chase boredom away. I counted about 5 of them or thereabouts. The point is this: the lockdown actually helped a lot of people sit back, think deep about what they have inside that they've been scared of. In fact, I have a boss that told me that how she thought about, okay, what if this lockdown ended and everybody just went, or she just went and she wasn't able to let out that gift that is in her. It was a time of reflection for a lot of people.
Yes,
so for entertainers too, it was a basic moment for them to actually go deep inside and fish out those things that they are saying, okay, when I get to a certain age, I'll do it. They realized that it was really time to do it. The time was, you know.
Very, very true. But we must also acknowledge the fact that a lot of people lost money.
Yes.
A lot of people. Like, I think a lot of comedy shows in Abuja, in Lagos, in Warri,
uncountable.
Lot of them. I know some people who have set up shows that were cancelled.
Yes.
They spent a lot of money. So, in my own opinion, I actually think these guys in the creative industry actually need a lot of support. It will shock you how much the film industry contributes to the GDP of Nigeria. It will shock you. And these people, first of all, both the film industry, the music industry, and even the guys in the comedy industry.
Yeah.
These guys, first of all, they pay through their nose for everything that they achieve, for everything that they have achieved.
Man, you have to.
And they're ambassadors to this country.
Yeah.
You understand? They're ambassadors to this country because when I was in Kenya for a conference, I noticed that my Kenyan counterparts were always rushing home by 7, 8, because every channel in Kenya between 7 and 9 o'clock, every channel in Kenya shows either a Nigerian film or a comedy skit or a Nigerian music.
Wow.
Now let me shock you. Do you know that there is a station in Kenya that they have they show the way they end their program. I think the way they end their program every day is with a Nigerian film.
Wow. That's like when we watch the foreign movies in those days.
Those days, when we have to, when that year when TV starts by 4.
But there was a time in this country too where we didn't have any music channels in Nigeria.
Yes.
We had to depend on the channel O's and the rest of it.
Right now you're having...
We actually celebrated a particular song on channel O that year.
Yes.
You know, so it's a lot of credit to the industry.
Yes.
And I think... this is my opinion. Remember, in After 5, everything that we say here is our opinion.
It's our own opinion.
So this is my candid opinion about the entertainment industry. These guys are doing a lot. You know, both the upcoming, both the veterans that have been there since, they have been doing a lot, both to the economy and to our individual lives.
Exactly.
You talked about what is happening in Kenya. Just here, move to the east. No matter how we try to criticize the Nollywood industry too, to a lot of people, it's a pure content for them.
But I don't criticize it, so I'm sorry. When I go to the cinema, I watch Nollywood movies, right? Because I just feel you can't be criticizing people if you do not contribute to making them, to making them world class. So if you're out there, you say you want to keep watching. I love American films, no doubt. But if we want our industry to move forward, if they bring out movies at the cinema, please don't go to, as far as I'm concerned, don't go to the cinema and watch one American film.
No,
these people, there's an investment by your brother or your sister. Go to the cinema.
That needs your support.
Yeah, that needs your support. Go to the cinema and support these people. It takes a lot to put together content.
Yeah.
Then they put out content, they're not going out to support them. It just doesn't make sense to me.
The movie industries, the comedy industry.
Yeah.
People will sit back and criticize them for the contents they give out there, but you've never ever gone out for any show.
Never.
You've never gone out to support, even if let's say you don't like the comedians. How about the Nollywood? You don't like them too?
It's crazy.
Anyways,
it's crazy.
For me, what I think these guys need is our support. I think they need our support in any way we can to actually encourage them to keep doing better. Whatever they have been doing, I don't sit and watch all those American movies that you watch like this. Would be like, are these people?
Exactly.
Do they think the people watching are fools? Like when you watch the horror movies and see when somebody is looking at something, you're supposed to run your death, staring at your own death. So for me, I think we're doing great with what we have.
Yes, I think we should promote our own,
support our own, encourage our own.
Yes, but it's not easy. Let me tell you something. In the entertainment industry or in the creative industry, there's a big value chain.
Yeah.
You have the people, the PR, you have the fashion guys, you have the models, you have the artists, you have the dancers.
If we didn't mention anyone, that doesn't mean we didn't remember.
I just need to clarify.
Yeah.
The fact that we're saying comedy guys or we're saying skit makers,
the dancers are there.
There's an entire value chain here.
Sure.
The cameraman. Thank you very much. The cameraman. Seriously, because it takes a lot to put out a content.
Yeah.
The other day I was going through Don Jazzy's page, and Don Jazzy was like, people were laughing at him that he was being part of that. He's now a skit maker.
Yeah.
That do they know what it takes to put out a skit? That they do not understand. And you see, the problem is that those people laughing. Have you seen what's his name, Brother Shaggy? Have you seen his house? The one that even shocked me, this guy Sabinus. That Sabinus.
Yes.
Wallahi, I saw this guy's house. I was like, now we're at least when you make money from your talent,
from your craft,
from the content that you're able to produce with your head, then I'm happy for you.
As a PR person too, I think PR has even shifted from what it used to be to now an online based market.
That's where the market.
These guys, they've taken hold of this industry now, and they are the ones making the money from the business of PR and advertisement.
Exactly.
The skit makers, call one now and tell the person you want to promote a brand and see what will happen.
Minimum 150,000.
I don't know their prices.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
But I know it's not cheap.
It's not cheap. Like I've had to talk to somebody, and the person like, because I know you, blah blah blah.
A lot of work. A lot of work goes into creating this stuff. You have to write, and just not to write. You have to think to write, because it's a strategic way of communicating.
Exactly.
Yeah, we've made a lot of points. We've tried to explain. We've tried to discuss on this issue. And for me personally, I think the support needed in the industry is still the gap is still there. They need to fill in the gap.
Yes. For me, my advice basically is for the corporates in Nigeria to understand that. These people are. It's a moving train, and if they do not plug in right now, right,
they will
leave them. Like seriously, every brand out there, you need to plug into the creative industry, because that's the way to go, right? And also for the up and coming people you want to make content, you want to make movies, you want to make. You should understand that nothing good comes easy. And some people, I understand that by the time they start creating content or they start creating things, they notice that after creating the first 5 or first 10, they believe that they work for me.
Nobody
you must understand. You have to be steadfast.
Consistency.
Consistency is everything.
Yeah.
You might have the talent. You might have even the money to do what you want to do. but you might not have the patience and the consistency to go with it.
That's the word.
So
that's the word.
I think it's an industry that would thrive, and we haven't even seen anything yet. We haven't seen anything yet. And I believe that with all the support coming from government, coming from corporate organizations, individuals, even Nigerians, we will and can sell our brand to the world to buy hook, line, and sinker. This is my own opinion. If you think you have yours and you think you have something else to say, please do not hesitate to put down your comments down below. So we
Nigeria is untapped.
Yes.
Creative industry in Nigeria is still very much untapped. My advice to anyone out there, the creatives out there, the young and upcoming artists, look inward. There is still that thing inside of you. You know, if you're thinking that the AYs out there, the Don Jazzy's out there will one day see you, and you might actually be the one that will see another person and pick that person. What it means is that look inward. Look at yourself. That thing that you believe or you think that once you bring it out, people will start looking your way. Work on that thing and bring it out and see how it's going to work for you.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Romezi. As always, you're always putting it in. You're always putting it.
If you leave me,
down.
I'm passionate about this industry.
Not today.
I'm passionate about this industry, and anytime I want to speak about it, the passion wants to move me like a preacher.
Calm down. We have to go. But just make sure you subscribe on our channel.
Please do.
And send down this video to as many people as you can, because it's very important to understand that we as Nigerians must always know that we're not the carry last.
This is our message.
It's our message to you. See you again next time on After 5. After 5, like always. See you. Bye.